You know, sometimes things just happen without you even realizing it, that it's happening behind your back. I'm Grant for One Fair Review, guys. I don't even know what to think right now. I really don't. I just got back from the gym. I went to the gym early today, as I usually do, and without even knowing, completely oblivious to what was going on, I went on Twitter for the first time in I don't know how long, and I just saw one tweet that talked about Resident Evil 3, and then I just saw a hashtag. It was like hashtag Resident Evil 3 Remake. So I checked it, and then all this crap started coming to me. All this news that I was completely unaware of. I had no idea what was going on. And apparently there were rumors about this. Rumors for days, maybe a month. I don't even know. I don't know how long because I was completely out of the loop. But to get you guys caught up. So apparently there was these rumors that claimed that Capcom was working on a Resident Evil 3 remake for 2020. I did not know about this. I was completely oblivious. I kind of figured that Capcom would work on another Resident Evil 3 or a Resident Evil 3 remake. After all, they did say that if people liked the second one, aka if it sold well, then they would make another one, that they would make Resident Evil 3 remake. So okay, I knew that was gonna come eventually, but I did not know that there was a rumor that would come out in 2020. Like that thought never would have crossed my mind, but that's what the rumor said. And people were also saying there was another rumor that said that there was going to be a trailer for the upcoming award game ceremony, which I don't watch those, so I would have missed it if somebody hadn't have told me. But yes, there was going to be a trailer on December 12th of the award ceremony, or the game awards. So I might actually tune into that now that I think about it. Getting back to the point, like I was saying, I had no idea that this was going on, but these were rumors that were going about 2020 release. Capcom was working on Resident Evil 3, a trailer on December 12th of the awards ceremony, which everybody go check it out when it happens. But yeah, so all these rumors were going on. Had no idea. And then today or yesterday or whatever day you decide to watch this video, there was a big leak on this one website, which actually tracks a lot of PlayStation Store games that will be added or are currently being added. I don't remember the name of the store, or of the website off the top of my head right now, but if I do remember, I'll put it right here. There you go. Anyways, these people must have screwed up completely, because they put pictures for the upcoming Resident Evil 3, and this stuff is not faked. This is not faked in the slightest. You can definitely tell this is the RE engine that they are using, the new engine that they use for Resident Evil 2. This is definitely the official thing, and I completely lost my mind, mainly because I did not hear about the rumors. So this leak, just when I saw it, I was just like, this literally came out of nowhere for me. So I just went completely nuts thinking about this. Anyways, on screen I am showing you, these are what I assume is going to be the cover of the game, or what I should honestly just anticipate to be the cover of the game. First one we got is Biohazard RE3, so pretty much like Biohazard RE2, that was the title for the second remake of Resident Evil. I know it as Resident Evil, so I'm going to call it Resident Evil. Biohazard's kind of generic. Then, of course, Resident Evil 3, which is obviously the North American version. So these are the covers. This is official. This is official, and it is pretty cool. Although I will say it is exactly like the last cover, or it looks almost exactly like it. But hey, I'm not complaining that much. The next cover here focuses on, this is another Japan release. This is the Z version of Biohazard RE3. For those of you who don't know what the Z version is, that's essentially the quote-unquote uncensored version of a game, which is, by the way, never true, because even if it is the Z version, it will still be censored. Should really fix that, Japan. That's pretty annoying, but whatever. That's what importing is for. But this is the Z version. You actually get a little bit of a closer look of Nemesis, a little bit of a clear image, and I will talk about that in a little bit. Next photo I have here is of Jill Valentine. Where did people get these photos? Seriously, where are people getting these photos? I have no clue. But this is a picture of her, and yes, you can definitely check that is the same person in the cover art of the game. That is Jill Valentine. I could see the kanji down below, right there. You can barely see it, but I really can't make it out, if like at all. Oh, I can't. No, I can't. Yeah, so there's some Japanese kanji down there. So this is official. This is official stuff. I don't know where somebody got this photo from. I just found it, just haphazardly searching the internet for any information I could find. But this is all that there is. There's only a couple pictures of it, and I think by this point, I should expect, and we should all expect, that there's going to be an announcement and a trailer very, very soon. What blows me away is the quickness of this. Now, some people are saying that they doubt that this is real because there's no way that they would make a game so fast. I mean, Resident Evil 2 came out this year, 2019, and I remember Alex and I did a walkthrough on it, like of the Claire and Leon scenario, back in March. So how could it be this fast? Now, people have been saying that. I've seen people say that. I've even had some friends say like they don't know if they believe it. Personally, I think this is just proof that this is happening, but some people are skeptics. But here's what I have to say on the people who don't really believe. It can't be too hard to really make Resident Evil 3. Assets will be reused, and I think that's going to be a given. This takes place during Raccoon City, pretty much during the events of RE2. They're going to reuse assets, zombies, assets, weapon animations in general. The world, you're going to go through the same RPD building, the Raccoon City Police Department. You're going to go through the same places. Well, not everything's going to be the same. There's going to be, obviously different locations, but assets are going to be reused. So they're not completely starting from scratch, which is what Resident Evil 2 did. That was a game that started from scratch. This one, not so much. All it needs to do is really reuse some assets from RE2. Not to mention, when you look at the story of Resident Evil 3, it's much shorter. There's only one campaign. It's Jill's story, and that's it. You have a few different endings that you could have a few different endings at the end, minor changes, but other than that, it's one story, and it's much shorter than Resident Evil 2. So I do find this to be a very credible source that, I find it possible that, yes, they were probably working on this during Resident Evil 2, maybe not completely devoting, complete resources to this, but maybe they were working on, like, aspects of it during this time. And even something like Nemesis. Nemesis is pretty much like Mr. X in Resident Evil 2. If any, Resident Evil 2's Mr. X reminded me a lot of Nemesis from RE3, the original. In fact, it was perfect for that. So really, they just need to reuse assets of Mr. X and then add a few new animations, add a few new things, a new coat of paint. Boom, there you go, you got Nemesis. And here we have Nemesis right here. Getting to the design, though, again, this was a complete shock. So getting to the design, first I want to start off with Jill and Carlos. These are the only people we have reference to. I really like their designs. I really like their character designs. I think they look absolutely stunning. When I first saw Claire and Leon, not so much Leon, but when I first saw Claire, I was a little bit iffy on her design. I was like, maybe they could have done something different. But Jill, I think, looks absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome and very appropriate for Resident Evil 3. She has a similar style outfit, but it is different enough and works. It's believable. So I actually do like her design. I think she looks really cool, really badass. I can't get enough of her design. It just looks really good. And this image of her face, this is just from the side, looks really cool. It looks like the original Jill, which is my favorite version of Jill. I don't really like the new version that they had in Resident Evil 5, which looked too much like a supermodel. She looked too much like a supermodel, and it kind of like lost a little bit of believability for me, but here it's like she looks very pretty, looks very attractive, but very badass and very capable, which is like the original Jill. I'm mainly talking about Resident Evil Remake for the GameCube, not so much the original, which you could barely tell what she looked like. I also have to say, I'm digging Carlos's design. Like, that is definitely him. The mercenary hired on by Umbrella, that is definitely Carlos. I really like his design. he looks very unique. Unlike the original, where in the original, he looks like a very, 90s Japanese video game character. And, it just, he looked fine. I'm okay with how he looked before, but this one just looks better. And I like him a lot better. I also like his hairstyle. It's very, very 90s. Despite the fact that I don't think a military man would have that type of hair, but he's a mercenary. I can overlook it. I don't care that much. But I think both Jill and Carlos look absolutely awesome, and this is their design. This is their official design, so I really have no complaints for them. Then we have Nemesis. I'm a loss for words when it comes to Nemesis. In terms of his outfit, from what you could barely see in the cover photo, he seems to be covered in caution tape. And then in the Z version Japanese photo, there's like a tube that seems to be covering what I assume to be an exposed heart. I don't know what design they're really going for. I mean, I really can't even comment on it. I really need to see a full, body scale design of him to really judge it on its own, because like this, I just see a bunch of caution tape and I see metal tubing. That's all I see. So I really need to see more of it before I can really make a judgment call on it. As far as his face, his head goes, I have to say, this is a pretty cool looking design, especially when you look at it from the front. From the side, I have a few opinions on that, but from the front, man, does it look intimidating and just really gross and disgusting and mangled and just awesome. It looks really awesome. This looks monstrous, and I can't wait to face off again. This is something that will give you nightmares. And just like the original Nemesis gave many kids nightmares, I'm sure this one will give many kids nightmares. He looks genuinely terrifying. From the side view, I like how just his skin is barely hanging on. It looks like it's just mangled and just like melting off, and like his skin's barely holding him together, which would make sense. It's very appropriate for his character. One thing I will say though is the addition of the nose. He has a crooked nose on his face, and I've heard a lot of people say that they don't like it or they think it's weird looking. I honestly kind of like it. I think it looks neat in a gross way. Like, it looks disgusting. It looks disturbing, unnatural, and that whole aspect of it makes me like the nose. And believe me, I think it looks weird. I think it looks just gross and unnatural, but I think that just kind of adds to the charm. And then, of course, you have his mouth, long teeth. That is how he used to be. He has long teeth, so it looks cool. This looks really cool. I really don't know what else to say. This completely came out of nowhere, completely shocked me. I did not expect to see a Resident Evil 3 thing at all this month or even within the next year. I just did not expect this to happen so soon, but here it is. And until I see a trailer, I can't really say too much on it other than I like the designs that they have. Other than that, I mean, I hope the game's good. I do have faith in Capcom after Resident Evil 2, which many people probably don't know, but even after I beat it on YouTube, and if you haven't watched that, go watch the walkthroughs. I recommend it. They're really fun. Alex and I put a lot of time into it. But, after doing those walkthroughs, I kept playing Resident Evil 2. I played the DLCs, maxed it out on both consoles, on Xbox One, on the PlayStation 4, maxed out all the achievements, all the trophies. I could not get enough of it, and I really loved Resident Evil 2. Spent a lot of time in it. Beat it more than 10 times, I think. On combined, not even combined. On the Xbox, I beat it, I think, 10 times. On the PlayStation 4, don't remember how many times I beat it, but it was an insane amount. My point is that Capcom, they're good with me right now. I trust them to make a good game. I trust that they will make an awesome game, an awesome remake. And I can't wait to see a trailer for it. And let me know what you guys think below. Do you like these images? If not, leave an angry comment. If you do like them, thank you. Alex and I will be back very soon, we promise, but it is December and we usually take a break. But we do have some videos coming out. Take care. Oh, also, Merry Christmas, I guess? Yeah, why not? Merry Christmas.